Alright, pertaining to the comments coming from the bike park. So which is it? Am I running away from, like, literally everything in every direction? Because then you turn around and you get in your car and you go to LA and then you get some story about how I got handled and beat up. So when you're here and looking for me and you want to watch these trolls and jackasses and maggots beat me up, they can't find me, I'm running. But then you turn your back for 5 seconds and they've got some story to tell you about how I'm being handled and controlled. First of all, for the 1000th time, I don't run from anybody. I've got way too much crap. I've got 2 live king snakes. And I don't need to run. I really don't give a shit what comes walking out of the bushes towards me. Hey, tiger! I don't care about your lion, and I don't really see any. Sorry. I see a bunch of swine doing everything they can to prevent people from walking up and saying hello. And somehow, for 5 years, it's been working. Again, though, the human condition is what I'm fighting, not so much the human. It's not the tweakers that I'm up against, it's these jackass celebrities. Something that I wanted to mention, because it turned out to be right. So last night I posted on my Facebook that whenever there's a high energy looking for me, that's like this whole orchestra that starts up. And I did a quick little patrol around my area, and there's like just a god-awful amount of new shoe prints. All kinds of different sizes, too. And so I can imagine somebody like Brad Pitt getting out of his mind crazy and jealous, finding out that old girl was looking for me. He didn't know why. So he races ahead of her, showing up here to investigate me and why she would be looking for me. And awkwardly enough, dude, I might not be getting the names right or the dates right, but I'm pretty sure I've got the main vein of the story right. So I want to say, like, somebody like Angelina Jolie showed up here to investigate my metaphysical properties, but she made a joke out of it. Started hanging out with meth addicts and crackheads and homie thugs because they hot. Fuck out of here with that. And I think somebody like Brad Pitt took it serious. When he showed up here and sat on the other side of my tree line as quiet as can be, and like whether he was watching me on camera or getting cues from somebody watching me on the other side, I remember posting about this. But I think Brad Pitt fucked up and somebody like Brad Pitt fucked up and realized I was real. And while all these other celebrities are making a giant joke out of it because they're too stupid to pay attention for 5 seconds, somebody like Brad Pitt sat there and watched me react to shit that I could not possibly know anything about. I remember mentioning before, I can almost envision this like Natalie Portman type chick. It's high energy with this trembling, careful energy. Doing weird shit like sticking their thighs with thumbtacks. So somebody like Brad Pitt sets that up and watches me react to it and start walking in that direction. And he went, huh. It's now every time somebody like Angelina Jolie shows up here to find me, he's got people in all directions doing weird, random, crazy shit. And I know that might seem like a lot of information to blurt out all at once, but I've been posting about this for 5 years now. Awkwardly enough, my trip to Malibu, I didn't really mention any of this once until I was in Malibu for like 2.5 weeks, and then the whole thing started back up because I had stopped moving and they located me and continued to do it. But for everybody trying to call me psycho and crazy, I never started any of this. Like, I've never been posting about any of it. Did all that vigilante stuff in all those different cities without ever once putting it on Facebook. The only reason why I started this Rorschach Journal thing is because somebody like Dr. Moriarty decided they wanted to play cards. And they're using a bunch of disgusting tweakers and drug addicts to do it, which I guess is genius because they're expendable. It's just so many different directions. Somebody like Emma Watson thumbing her nose at me because she knows why. To sit there and say that I don't have enough crit to do it and then turn around and pay out as much money and to create such an elaborate charade to prevent me. It's just dumb. It's that stupid na from the playground in third grade. Grown ass fucking Kate Hudson's doing it. And that sneer of, oh well. So, I don't know. To the Jessica Albas, to my Kate Hudsons, you want to see me go to prison for killing somebody so I can show you some grit? If I'm going to prison for killing people, it's going to be someone you're very close to. Get ready for that. Because you snicker and laugh and do that stupid dodo shit all day, every day, until you look up and see that shit pointing at you, and then doe-eyed, cow-mouthed, oh my god, what are you doing? That audacity to actually act offended and victimized. Keep this in mind, people. You're the one who wanted a monster. You wanted to fuck with me and throw rocks at me and have everybody I ever cared about tortured to death by tweakers and drug addicts. You wanted to see what I would become. I'm coming for you. Stop trying to call me stupid and gritless because I'm not falling for the trap of killing a homeless person.